This is macOS Ken.
Movement on Capitol Hill, tons of Apple TV Plus talk, and come with me to Down T L Angeles. It is Friday, the 25th of June, 2021. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from macOS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Ladder, smart, dynamic term life insurance. Learn more at ladderlife.com/macOSCan. This show is also sponsored by Headspace, meditation made simple. If you've never tried meditating before, there's a chance that you'll feel stupid the first few times. I have with every meditation app I've tried before Headspace. It was the first one to get me past that. The practices I've picked up from Headspace are skills that I can use throughout the day. Whether you're looking to build on the basics, deal with a particular issue, or just looking for SOS meditations to pull you out of a mood, the growing Headspace library makes it easy for you to build a life-changing meditation practice with mindfulness that works for you on your schedule, anytime, anywhere. Headspace is backed by 25 published studies on its benefits, 600,000 five-star reviews, and over 60 million downloads. You deserve to feel happier, and Headspace is meditation made simple. Go to headspace.com/macOSCan. That's headspace.com/macOSCan for a free 1-month trial with access to Headspace's full library of meditations for every situation. This is the best deal offered right now. Head to headspace.com/macOSCan today. Tim Cook's call to Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi has been confirmed by Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi. On Thursday, says a piece from Apple Insider, the House Speaker detailed her conversation with Cook, but maintained her stance that American privacy and data are at the ends of giant technology companies. Pelosi said she told Cook to let the legislative process continue, according to a report from CNBC. Well, that first sentence makes no sense. And the second sentence, I'm pretty sure Cook has no choice but to let the legislative process continue. Pretty sure that's why he called Pelosi. And continue the process did. Later in the day, Apple Insider ran another piece saying that the House had approved all of the legislation in a sweeping antitrust package targeting big tech, advancing the bills to the full House of Representatives. The approval of the bills by the panel now means that they are up for a vote before the full House of Representatives, according to the report. When you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When you're a financial analyst, you get the idea. On Thursday, Philip Elmer DeWitt's Apple 3.0 ran part of a note from Evercore analyst Amit Daryanani. The note focuses on the earnings per share hit Apple would take if forced to adjust its App Store commissions. His estimations: lower Apple's take from 30% of App Store sales to 25%, and you're looking at about a 2% hit to earnings per share. Lower Apple's take to 20%, and the hit moves up to a little over 4%. Lower Apple's take to 10%, and Apple could see an 8.5% hit to earnings per share, and reduce Apple's take to 5%, and you are looking at a nearly 11% hit to earnings per share. Is it time to hit the eject button? Daryanani thinks not. First, he's not sure the legislation that's passed out of the committee will go the distance. And second, one of his fellow Evercore analysts is not sure the legislation that's passed out of the committee will go the distance. Quoting his note, as our head of U.S. public policy, Sarah Bianc, also noted, the legislation may not move forward quickly, and the timing for a full House vote is uncertain, but it nonetheless magnifies the regulatory risk at Apple, making this development worth watching. For now, at least, Daryanani is sticking with his outperform rating on Apple shares. He is also keeping the same price target of $175. Morgan Stanley analyst Katie Huberty issued 2 notes on Apple on Thursday, raising her price target on the company's shares along the way. In the first note, highlighted by Apple 3.0, Huberty looked at 4 factors she thinks are keeping Apple shares down. 1, it's that time of year when people talk about iPhone, but Apple does not. That amplifies anything bad one hears from the supply chain in her estimation. 2, the whole regulation thing. She thinks Apple's business models are defensible, but regulatory risk remains for Apple and its competitors, she notes. 3, as people head back to work and back to school, hardware sales might take a hit, making the tough compares between last year and this year even tougher. And 4, an evolutionary, not revolutionary iPhone 13 could dampen iPhone sales and lengthen replacement cycles, which could lead to analysts revising revenue and earnings expectations downward, which could ding the stock. Near term, she and hers think June quarter numbers will crush expectations. That said, she knows that the Apple bear case of double-digit revenue declines and earnings per share pressure in fiscal year 2022 will not be disproven in the June quarter, making Apple's catalyst path more back-end loaded this year. The second note, also highlighted by Apple 3.0, was a bit more granular and more near-term. It threw numbers on iPhone builds and iPhone performance in China at her expectation for a strong June quarter. Way simplifying her points, supply chain checks show iPhone builds rising 14% over the past 4 months. Strong global demand for 5G devices, the reopening of all Apple stores, and accelerating adoption of trade-in, financing, and installment program are all positives in her estimation. iPhone gained sales and share in China, while most of the smartphone market there sucked wind. And finally, iPad is seeing increased production as well, according to her firm's checks of the supply chain. Collectively, wrote Huberty, these data points give us confidence that Apple can outperform June quarter expectations, and we are now 1 to 2% ahead of consensus June quarter revenue and earnings per share estimates. I said that she raised her price target. It wasn't by much, though Apple 3.0's Philip Elmer-DeWitt seemed to see the raise as a message to the bears out there. Huberty maintained her overweight rating on Apple shares. Her target moved from $161 to $162. More news in a moment, but first a word from Ladder. Smart, dynamic term life insurance. Do you have a first aid kit? Do you keep a spare tire? What about a fire extinguisher? You may have all of those things, and you may never need them. And that would be great. Having such things still offers peace of mind. Now multiply that by caring for your loved ones. Probably nothing's going to happen to you. You'll likely be able to take care of everything. But that's why people get life insurance, to make sure their loved ones are cared for should something go wrong. Ladder makes it impressively fast and easy to get covered. You just need a few minutes and a phone or a laptop to apply. Ladder's smart algorithms work in real time, so you'll find out instantly if you're approved and how much various levels of coverage will cost. There are no hidden fees, and you can cancel at any time. Learning more takes less time than you'll spend listening to this show today. So check out Ladder today to see if you're instantly approved. Go to ladderlife.com/macOSKen. That's LADDER, ladderlife.com/macOSKen, ladderlife.com/macOSKen. progress progresses on the next round of operating systems, round after next, iDownload blog ran a post Thursday saying Apple has released the second betas of iOS 15, iPadOS 15, watchOS 8, and tvOS 15 to developers. No public betas yet. Those are expected in July, according to the report. Ted Lasso and Coach Beard made a special appearance this week. A piece from iMore says the fictional characters from the Apple TV Plus series Ted Lasso took to their webcams Wednesday to announce the lineup for the U.S. women's national soccer team for the Olympics. They actually made the announcement on the team's official Twitter account. Even if you know nothing about soccer, like me, it is worth watching just to see Jason Sudeikis, he plays Ted Lasso, and Brenton Hunt, he plays Coach Beard, do that comedy thing they do. Are you familiar with the webcomic Strange Planet? If not, you likely will be, once it's turned into a TV show for Apple TV+. Apple Insider describes the comic, saying it features cute blue aliens performing everyday tasks, but describing them with strange language. You'd probably know it if you saw it. Anyway, Dan Harmon, co-creator of Rick and Morty and creator of the sitcom Community, will serve as executive producer, along with Strange Planet creator Nathan Pyle. Apple Studios will produce, with animation handled by Shadow Machine, which did the animation for BoJack Horseman. Oh, did I mention it'll be animated? Yeah, it's a webcomic. You probably figured that out. No word on when Strange Planet lands on Apple TV+. Put another Peabody Award on Apple's shelf. Cult of Mac says the Apple TV Plus animated series Stillwater picked up a Peabody on Thursday, honored for excellence in storytelling and for work that encourages empathy. For those who've not seen it, the series is centered on 3 siblings, typical kids with typical kid challenges, according to the cult. Next door to them lives a panda named Stillwater. Through his examples, stories, and gentle humor, the piece says, Stillwater gives the children a deeper understanding of their feelings, as well as tools to help them face their own day-to-day challenges. Stillwater brings Apple TV Plus its 3rd Peabody Award. Last year, the show Dickinson won the award, with Ted Lasso picking up a Peabody earlier this week. Sound and vision plus a trailer. Apple has released a trailer for its upcoming series, Watch the Sound with Mark Ronson. Announced back in April, Apple says the series will explore groundbreaking technology in music with Paul McCartney, Questlove, King Princess, Dave Grohl, Ad Rock and Mike D from the Beastie Boys, Charlie XCX, and more. Apple also says each episode of Watch the Sound with Mark Ronson will follow Ronson as he uncovers the untold stories behind music creation and the lengths producers and creators will go to find the perfect sound. 6 episodes for this one. It is set to premiere on Friday, the 30th of July. For now, you can catch the trailer on YouTube. And finally today, as free trials for Apple TV Plus start to come to an end, Apple is giving viewers a few reasons to stick around. No, not more free time. That trail is pretty well trod. No, Mac Rumor says Apple is emailing folks, letting them know, vaguely in a couple of cases, when anticipated shows will show up. According to the email, the series Mr. Corman, starring Emmy Award winner Joseph Gordon-Levitt, will premiere on the 6th of August. Coda, the Sundance Film Festival Award winner, hits the stream on the 13th of August. The series adaptation of Isaac Asimov's Foundation starts in September. The Problem with Jon Stewart starts its series run in September. And the Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd dark comedy series, The Shrink Next Door, moves in on the 12th of November. Boy, the problem with Jon Stewart really turned out to be some title, didn't it? Anyway, Apple is hoping that there's enough there to keep people paying $4.99 a month once they actually have to start paying. So, that's all the news, I guess. I mean, there is the thing about Apple opening a new store in downtown LA. Lots of people were there. Head of retail and people, Deirdre O'Brien, a few stars from Apple TV Plus shows, Apple CEO Tim Cook, and me. I made the trek. I was there. When I got in line at about 9:35 for the 10 o'clock opening, I was around the building and down the block. I thought maybe I'd get in by 11. Thanks to construction at the building next door, they ended up winding us down the alley behind the store, which had this weird sort of backstage vibe. Mostly because we were backstage. Stage door might be a better way to say it. There's an elevator. Pretty much opens right onto the alley from the store. I'm not sure we were supposed to see that. Musicians were brought in. And salads. Then all of a sudden we're moving. I got into the store at 10 past 10. Before that, though, anticipation was building. You can hear the applause from inside, even from the street. And you think, are they still going to be doing that when I go in? Are they still going to be applauding? I've only had that happen at an Apple store one time before. I think it was when I bought my iPhone 3G. Do you know why they do that? Because it works. I know, it's their job. They would be clapping for anybody who came through the door. But I was coming through the door, so they were clapping for me. And for me anyway, the feeling goes from corny to embarrassed to elated. And I know I didn't do anything, and I know they don't know who I am, and yet you end up feeling giddy. Anyway, I did. Now the store is beautiful. I'll tell you more about that some other time. I was just taking it in from the store's balcony, snapping a few pictures, when one of the guys who works at the store pointed someone out to me on the first floor. It was Apple CEO Tim Cook. No, I'm not the ferret I used to be. Back in the day when I was at a concert, I could get from the back of a packed arena to the front of the arena by the end of the first song. It took longer than I expected to get near Mr. Cook. Then again, I wasn't sure I was going to see him at all. But I got to the store, there he was, and eventually I weaseled my way up. I got my selfie, and I said one thing 2 times: "What you're doing is incredible." And he said thank you. More stuff happened. I'll probably do a special episode of In a Few Minutes about that next week, but I wanted to share that with you. Some of the sounds of the day and some of what I saw. Speaking of In a Few Minutes, the guest list is hers, but you can sit in. The Silicast Podcast's Allison Sheridan wraps up the week with us, letting us know who is coming to her history-making, time-bending dinner party. The show is called In a Few Minutes. Find it and listen wherever you find and listen to podcasts. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Headspace. Meditation made simple. Get a free 1-month trial at headspace.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Ladder, smart, dynamic term life insurance. Learn more at ladderlife.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media. Online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. info@macoscan.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.